Hello, my name is Brian Aslin, and I'm going to show you how to use the Shogun from Atomos. And this is the Shogun. I'm going to show you how to use it with my Canon T6i. Now this particular device can work with any camera as long as they can put clean HDMI output. Now the first thing you want to do though is to make sure that your camera that you are using is compatible with the Shogun. So you're going to want to go online to www.atomos.com, and you're going to want to make sure that your camera is compatible with the Shogun, and they will have the camera compatibilities on that website. Now, once you find out that your camera is compatible with it, you're going to set your menu so you can have that clean HDMI output, and you're going to turn the Shogun on. Has a power button. Also, another nice feature, if you're clumsy, these little yellow pads are kind of something that can help it recover from a fall, but please don't drop the school's equipment. And so to turn it on, you have a power button right here, and you're going to be able to connect it to your DSLR through a cable. Like so. And then you're going to be on a power screen. In the power screen, you're going to be able to go to menu, and when you turn your camera on, if it is set up correctly, you'll be able to see, instead of using your touch screen on your camera, you're going to be using the touch screen on the Shogun. So, you want to make sure that these two are connected. You want to make sure that your cable's in the HDMI in, the power's on, and that you have the HDMI input of your camera, and that your camera's power on. And now you will see, instead of the screen on your camera, you will see a touch screen here that you can use. Now, the Shogun has all sorts of options when you go into menu, such as file naming, and this is what you're going to see up here is your file. And another feature that it has is display options, so you can adjust the brightness of your shot. You can do a little bit of color correcting if your camera will allow it, and various other features. So you can change the contrast, the focus. So it gives your camera the ability to do all sorts of stuff. And another advantage of the Shogun is if you're working with a client, you can show them exactly the type of video. Now, another great thing about the Shogun is you can record onto the Shogun itself, and it's going to record what your camera's seeing. So when you record using the Shogun, it gets recorded onto the hard drive. Now, this allows you to not use up your small little, you have a hard drive that it's being recorded onto, and this will record up to 4K with color codecs. And as we learned from using the Blackmagic cameras, or you will learn using various cameras, that there's codecs, and this can record in multiple codecs. You can do a little bit of editing of the codecs on the machine. And those are some of the most prominent features. But the best thing about the Shogun is if instead of looking at a tiny screen to see what you're going to get, you have this full-size screen to show you what you are actually recording. You have the ability to record onto the Shogun and then transfer it over to your computer for your final post-process editing. You can use Premiere or After Effects or anything like that to edit your video further. But the Shogun is a very interesting piece of equipment. It's very useful. Working with a small screen that a camera has, it's very easy to get things out of focus. With this thing, what you see is what you get. You're able to look exactly what is being filmed, and you can do all sorts of things, such as you can even put audio into this. You have the ability, like I said, to record onto the device, and there's other great features that are available on this piece of equipment that are above and beyond what your average DSLR will have. And that's on top of the fact that it's very nice to always be able to see very clearly what you're getting and to be able to show that to a client. So if they're like watching you film something, that way they can give their input as they're watching it's being filmed. And so once again, this is the Shogun Flame. It can record up to 4K. It has 2 batteries. It has a hard drive right here. And it's a great monitor that you can use. And it's very easy to set up. But once again, the most important part before you go checking this out is to make sure that your camera is compatible with it and it can have that output, that clean HDMI. So make sure that you do double, triple check that your camera is compatible with this. And thank you for watching.